Hey everybody, this is Perch, and if I sound a little tired, my throat hurts, and I'm thinking to myself, what's going on? What's my throat? Maybe I'm coming down with something. Oh man, it's a day before Thanksgiving as I'm recording this, and I've fallen into a trap. It's a trap it's karma in a way because I've always laughed at others for being in this trap, and I've never been in this trap, where I find myself out on the road. And I don't need to buy anything. Like I don't. Well, sorry, I'm spoiling the lead here. I generally don't need to buy anything. But my wife tells me, Mrs. Perch is like, hey, our daughters. We got a pumpkin pie here for Thanksgiving, but the daughter's going to sick a pumpkin pie, and they requested a cherry pie. Could you go get a cherry pie? And I think to myself, that should be easy to get. There's a run on food right now, and I mean, like it's the day before Thanksgiving. It's always a crap time to get Thanksgiving stuff, but a cherry pie is not a traditional Thanksgiving kind of thing. So no problem. I go out. The problem is going out to the grocery store is a nightmare. It's like the week before Christmas, certainly the day before Christmas or Black Friday, you don't want to be on the road anywhere near a shopping area during these time periods because you're going to stand in like epically long lines or not stand, but drive. You're going to be parked in long lines at the light. And so that's what's going on. I've had now 2 hours of driving around, not just to get the pie, but I had some other errands to run. And I'm just in like miserable traffic. Had I not needed to go out to get the pie, I would have just, turned around and said, I'm not going to do the errand today. It's not important. I'll do it another day. But because I'm already out getting the pie, I'm going to do the other things, and 2+ hours in traffic. And so, I've been recording videos. And I look down at my phone and I look at it separates it by day. And this is my 9th video I've recorded today in the car. Number 9. Just driving around in a normal time, I would get all my errands done within 45 minutes to be back home. But today we've rounded hour 2 going on hour 3, and it's the worst kind of thing. You know how when you drive, sometimes you'll drive a much longer distance just so you don't have to stop. Just to avoid traffic, you'll take a much longer route just because you don't want to slow down. And in reality, you probably didn't save yourself any time at all, but you just don't want to be in traffic. I definitely have that going on. Anyway, that's what's going on today on the Perch Show. 9 videos today. People ask me like, how are you putting out so many videos? Well, here's your answer: stuck in traffic. And there's at least a half an hour to go. I'll probably crank out 2 more videos after this one. But anyway, so my throat hurts. This is a first world Perch problem here. We got sore throats going on here. Anyway, viewer question here, which is one that I've seen expressed before, which is, hey Perch, love the show, thank you. Don't always agree with you, thank you. That's actually a compliment. I said this before. I don't want everybody to agree with me. Grown-ups don't always agree with each other, but they can still have civil conversation. That's nothing wrong with that. That's called being an adult. Anyway, the mail continues. Do you think we will ever see a reversal of some of the retcons and changes that have been made in the last 10 years? Specifically, I'm thinking of Bobby Drake Iceman. The turning of Bobby Drake Iceman to a gay character has made no sense. It clearly has not worked out for the character, and it's done damage to Iceman, and maybe even to the whole X-Men. I think that's a little far, but okay. Do you think Marvel will ever say, hey, we admit it, we did wrong, and do one of their mini reboots and give the character back to how he always was? Thanks. Curious about your answer. So the answer is no. Marvel's not going to reverse Iceman. They're not going to reverse Alan Scott. They're not going to reverse any of this, particularly characters who have been portrayed as straight and then come out as gay. They're not going to change any of them ever. Even now, some of them, they may go quiet. So what you may see and probably will see is just, several years go by and they don't do anything with the character. In many ways, so example is Kitty Pryde. Kitty Pryde was the front face of the Marauders, and in the initial, I think, time of Dawn of X and a lot of the books, we saw a lot of Kitty Pryde. She was a major character. And now that character has definitely gone on to the back burner. Still shows up, we see her. But notice, ever since they had Kitty Pryde go and have a kiss which was right before the Hellfire Gala. Was that right? I think before, a couple issues before the Hellfire Gala. I mean, consider for a moment, remember all the articles that came out saying, Kitty Pryde canon. It's canon. She's gay or bisexual or lesbian. One of those. She's one of those. Kitty Pryde. No going back now. Twitter. She trended on Twitter. And a bunch of attention. More attention than the character has gotten in, like, I don't know, 5 years. More. It's been a long time since Kitty Pryde had that kind of attention online. Well, what happened after that? Nothing. Almost complete silence happened after that. There are some storylines going on around Kitty Pryde needing to get revenge with Shaw, who tried to kill her, and she did get revenge. It was like it was blink and you miss it. Like that storyline went just zipping by, and then the character is absolutely back burner. So how strange is that, right? They make a major change. I don't know, major change. They make a change to a character. It gets tons of social media attention. Articles are written. CBR is like, yes, queen. She's bisexual now. I mean, I think that was, I don't know, in fairness, I don't know if it was CBR. It may have been the Mary Sue or one of those, but that was the headline. Y-A-A-A-A-A-S-S-S-S-S-S-S-S queen. Kitty Pryde is one of us. Exclamation mark, heart emoji. Or emoji with heart eyes. Like, that was the headline. And now what? It's gone. And I think this is the fate of a lot of the characters that get retconned in this way, is the publisher, the writer, want to kind of make a splash, so they do this to the character, and then they realize, hey, this may have turned off a lot of our core buying audience. You know, we got the Twitter likes, but it turned off the core buying audience, so we can't go backward. We can't ungay the character, but what we can do is just not mention them anymore. And they can show up in the background, and every now and then we can do like a little Easter egg. Like we'll do a comic, and Kitty Pryde's no longer a major character or has any real speaking roles. They're relegated to the back. But in like a panel where they're hanging out, we'll have her kind of smiling and looking like she's kind of horny at another woman. And you know, she could be just smiling, she could be just doing nothing. But you know, the people who are watching for this stuff, they'll know. Wink. See, we haven't forgotten. Wink, wink. See, that's how Iceman is treated now. Iceman, in fairness, in a recent issue of Marauders, Iceman created a little ice bubble thing in space to save their lives. Didn't make a lot of sense. The pressures of space, I don't think that would work. And we're moisture. Well, anyway, regardless. So at least he got a scene. But if you look at Iceman's contribution to Dawn of X and Reign of X, it was almost zero. Every now we'd see Iceman kind of do things in the background, but he rarely had any speaking parts. When he did, it was usually to kind of nonsense, kind of nothing words, or somebody's like, we're going to an island of men, and Iceman's like, I'd like to see that island. And then it's like, okay, thanks for your line. We'll see you again in 4 issues. And that's it. So that's the way that the publishers are kind of handling some of this stuff. Alan Scott, you know, headlines are made. Look, he's gay. We made him gay. And then it's like, oh, now just keep it quiet. Just kind of, you know, we'll bring him back every now and then, and he'll kind of stand there. And then if we're doing an anthology, you know, well, he'll get a little 6-page. We don't care. Nobody's reading that anthology anyway. So we'll get a little 6-page story in there where like he's like, man, it's hard being gay when you're in the 50s and nobody likes gay people. But I somehow kept my emotions in check. And there's that pretty waiter at the diner I used to go to, and I would look at him and think, boy, he's got nice cheekbones. But I never acted on it because it was a time period. But now in 2021, and I can act on it. I'm not going to, and you're not going to see any comics of me actively dating anyone or doing anything about it. But you know, it's there. You know, wink, it's there. That's what's going on. So that's going to be the strategy. At no point will the companies say, you know what, we're going to ungay Bobby. They're not going to do that. Why? Because if they did that, then all those same places, including Vice and Vulture and Vox and who knows what all, Slate, they will all, the Atlantic, Marvel erases gay hero. As we all know, Iceman has been gay since The X-Men first appeared in 1842. And as a gay character, he had billions of adventures being gay. But now Marvel has decided to erase him to comply with their straight white masters who have erased this gay character. The terrible people in Marvel are terrible, awful people. That's how the articles would go. So they're not going to want that either. So the solution is do nothing. And that appears to be what the publishers are doing. What weirdly is that the publishers seem to get themselves into these problems, and even when they do something, right, like you have Midnighter and Apollo, couple accepted, people seem to like it. You have Hulkling and Wiccan, people accept it, everything's fine. It's like the company is like waiting for a backlash. They're like, hey, let's do a bunch of comics. Look, they got married, huh? How about that, you bigots, huh? Did you see that? We married them. We married two men in our comic. I bet you're mad. I bet wait, you're not mad? Why aren't you mad? Oh, you that's how the characters have always been written, and it just felt, pretty natural and normal, and you guys are cool with it, and if anything, you would like another Young Avengers comic instead of a bunch of dumb limited series and having these characters show up once every like 4 years to be part of some kind of space odyssey that doesn't really have any consequences. Huh. Oh, that's interesting. Well, we listened loud and clear. We're doing a Marvel Unlimited comic with Hulkling and Wiccan where their marriage is ruined. Wait, what? Wait, you don't like that? Why don't you like that? What? This is how I feel it goes. It's just the weirdest choices. Marvel has a gay couple, the Hulkling and Wiccan, as well as North Star and his husband, of which I'm blanking on the name because this is like the 9th video and I'm tired. You get couples that are accepted that companies like, and then it's like the publisher's like, well, we can't possibly do a comic about these guys because everybody will hate it. But people don't hate it. They're like, yeah, we're fine. We're into it. You can do it. Sure. It's like, all right, we'll do a comic, but what we're going to do is we're going to blow up their marriage and make it. We're gonna do a reality where they never were married. It's like, hey, here's an idea. Since we rarely get adventures of these two, and we tend to like them as a pairing, how about you just do a comic where the two characters can actually have an adventure? When was the last time we got a Hulkling Wiccan, like 10 issues in a row of them having an adventure anywhere? Oh, that was back in Young Avengers. Oh, okay. That was quite some time ago, wasn't it? Yeah, I guess it was quite some time ago. Huh? How about that? Well, here's a comic where we're breaking them up. Like, what the F are you doing, company? What are you doing? So, to answer your question, no, they're never going to revert any of this. But if it, and I'm not accusing you of it, but if it makes any of the people who hate all this stuff sleep better, they're not going to do anything with it either. They're not going to reverse it. They're not going to do anything with it. They're just going to kind of keep all these characters in limbo, slowly just changing IP year after year, just make alterations, and then just kind of abandon them on the side of the road. Kind of like when people get a brand new puppy, and they're like, what a cute little puppy. It's really cute and soft and cuddly and everything else. Well, we've had our fun now, so let's pull into the Walmart parking lot and put that puppy down on the ground and drive away. And maybe we'll get another puppy in a couple days, and we'll pet that one for a while too, and then leave that one abandoned. That's kind of how all this feels. Sorry, do I sound a little salty? I don't know. Maybe it's because it's a 9th video and I'm stuck in traffic. Anyway, thanks for listening.